Hey, welcome to Richie Bello Live. I'm Lee Wolf with White Dove Bird. Sorry we're a few minutes late. We were having some technical difficulties here today. I'm here with Richie Bello, and we have a special show today centered around our veterans. Really excited about this one today, and we have a lot of energy in the room. We have our special guest here today, Michael Onhai of Snowy August Family Office, sitting right next to Richie. We have Todd Adwar of Cross Country Mortgage and Carl Jafrida of Lumica Capital. And we're going to be talking a little bit about today something really exciting. Hearing news that there's roughly $500 million available for real estate funding. And the gentlemen in the room here today and Richie are going to talk on how we're going to be able to give our U.S. military veterans access to these funds. So, Richie, tell me a little bit about the 500 million and a little bit about the Institute.
I want to first make an announcement. We have a friend, a mutual friend. His name's Richard Wilson. He's got Family Office Club in New York City and in Miami, and he's now in Scottsdale. So I had to make that announcement. Congratulations, Mr. Wilson. Richard, great job. Tremendous office in Scottsdale. Unbelievable guy. When you guys meet him, you'll say, wow, he's amazing, that guy, right? Congratulations. I also want to congratulate Grant Cardone. He's been all over Miami and all that, and now he's coming to invest in Arizona. Great job, Mr. Cardone. Unbelievable. He's buying left and right properties here. He's building and everything. Congratulations to you, too.
Awesome.
Now let's talk. You guys know that I clap every time somebody does good because I don't worry about that. I worry about helping him where there's opportunity, and I have a party every time it's successful. So anyway, what I want to say is this $500 million, right, is available with these mortgage companies, right? Mr. Todd and Carl are involved with that. Carl in the commercial and Todd in the retail and commercial, right, with tremendous amount of experience. So I'm going to let them speak a little bit about that.
Okay, yeah. Why don't we start with Michael, actually. Could you just tell us a little bit about Snowy August?
Yes, Snowy August is a family office. We have capital that we allocate. We do residential mortgages. We do real estate. We also do stocks and bonds. And we invest in multifamily properties as well. So the decision committee is fairly small, so we can make decision quickly. That's a big difference from all the other family offices.
Awesome. And Todd, how about a little bit about Cross Country Mortgage?
Sure. So Cross Country Mortgage, one of the largest mortgage companies in the country. We are the largest retail mortgage lender in the country. We operate cross country, every state, and Puerto Rico, and we have thousands of loan officers in around the country. So we're doing a lot of VA loans. We're in the top 5 for sure. We may even be top 2 for VA loans nationwide. So we're doing a lot of VA business.
Awesome. And Carl, how about a little bit about Lumica?
Yeah, sure. So Lumica Capital is a full spectrum commercial real estate and business finance firm. So we handle, basically A to Z and all finance requests. We are a private lender for bridge products, multifamily, stabilized bridge, residential investment properties as well. Anything that we don't facilitate as a lender, we facilitate in a broker capacity where we have, direct relationships and correspondent lenders to do, larger scale deals, VA loans, multifamily development, and so forth.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. All right, so Richie, couple of quick questions for you, and then maybe we can let the other gentlemen fill in how they're going to connect to this funding. But is this funding exclusively for veterans, and how does the Richie Bello?
Well, the whole thing is, right, I've been aware of this fund for quite some time. So Todd, which he's really good at, the government, and he's got every grant you can imagine that has to do with vets, not from now, from the other company he had. He's got full control of that. And by the way, I just found out something from one of my vets that's in the Veterans Affair, that they have these people these vets that SBA gives them loans for businesses. And he told me, we know that a lot of them are starting a business, but they're also looking for homes. So that thing is available. So when I sat down with him for dinner yesterday, Jim, remember Jim Richards? And he told me, hey, Richie, you know what else goes on? That these vets go there looking for opportunity to buy a home. And sometimes a mortgage company gets them. And that's a little mortgage company that doesn't know that they have access to all this money. They have a lot of access, guys. And there's $500 million available to them. But you can only give them that based on what? A mortgage company, because they're the guys with the money. I don't know the finance district like Todd, Carl, or Michael. I don't know that. I know a different type of thing. So slowly I've been, giving stuff to Carl, to Todd, and all that. But these guys are the ones that are going to get this, maximize it. And what we're going to do at the Richie Bello Institute is get and maximize the audience. Because, you have the fun, but what about the audience? What do you do with that? So me and Michael, without technology, we can pull that audience in and drive them to the Institute, right? And that's what the whole idea. And then you two guys handle the rest. It's like, I can't drive that traffic if I don't have the resources to get funding. What am I going to do? Practice or something? No. Okay. So driving that traffic to the Institute to then give it to these guys, because Todd is out here in Phoenix. They even have an office at one time, right, Todd? You still have that office, no?
We have offices, several offices in Arizona.
Right. So the whole thing with that is very important. In the next few days, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all their information consistently, right? Like I put the images there consistently about this, because this is an outreach for these vets, and we have the audience. All we got to do is take it to our guys that have been with us. I mean, Todd and myself have a relationship for 10 years now, and Carl is tremendous. We have a relationship for a long time also. So these two guys are somebody that's been a relationship that I trust, that I've given them deals to see what they do. And they're like perfect. They do the right thing by the customer. Not only that, their retention with customers is unbelievable. Business owner, I have a business owner that's done something with Todd 4 times. He drives Todd crazy, but he's done it 4 times with him. So his retention is great. They like him. It's not like you close a deal and that customer will never go to you and go somewhere else. And one thing that I love about Todd is that he's got a tremendous retention. So whether you're a vet or not, that's the guy. Carl, the same thing. All Carl's customers love him and stay in touch with him. That's very important for a person like me. Why? Because I know that I'm going to give a customer, they're going to take care of like family. Right? I don't have business partners. I have business partners that are family, like Michael Onhai, and et cetera. So I don't have that. I believe in taking care of the customer, and everything else will come.
Awesome. And Todd, how do you see cross country supporting the initiative?
Sure. So you could divide the veterans into 2 categories: retired and active. And traditionally, the veteran could get a loan with really no money out of pocket. But because we have so many down payment assistance products for them, and it's statewide, each state has specific down payment assistance programs for the veteran that we do. And they're not only able to put no money out of pocket, but they're able to reduce the balance. So, for example, if a veteran was buying a house for $300,000, and we could get them $20,000 towards their down payment, there would not only be no money out of pocket, but they would only owe $280,000 on a purchase. So the real purchase price becomes $280,000, plus all of the closing costs can be paid by the seller. The veterans deserve this. They deserve to have it where they come out of pocket for no money, and they could go as high as about $800,000 as a purchase price, and they could go well above that. But if they go above the $800,000 number, they will have to take some money out of the pocket. Okay. We've closed loans, for folks who are veterans retired veterans, and they it was 2 million or 2.5 million even. It doesn't matter. You could go all the way up there. So for 800,000 and below, which is most of the mortgages around the country, in the high cost areas, 1,149,000 and below, they're getting money from the states. It's available, and like Richie said, it's close to $500 million available each year for the veterans, and there's no reason why they're not tapping into it. And if you are applying for a mortgage and your loan officer is not telling you about it, either A, he doesn't know about it, or B, he doesn't have that product for you.
Wow.
So there's no reason to walk away from the free money. You deserve it. Take it.
Yeah,
Give us
absolutely.
a call. Worst case scenario, we'll point you in the right direction.
Cool.
And let me say this: Todd does a lot of shows, a lot of videos, and all that. And you guys should follow him. You know why? Because if you have a home and you got a mortgage, remember, they could be something that comes up that you need to cash out. That's the guy, because he's really good at that. By the
Thank
way,
you.
he'll sit down with you and ask you questions like he's the FBI agent, but he'll call you with a closing date. If you give him all the right information, everything will be good. Because I had a problem when I first met him, when I said, wait a minute, what is this guy, a Fed or something? So I got worried. But anyway, no, that's just the way he is. But he extracts the information and he spins a deal when nobody else has a deal. He caters to those people that are really in need. Okay?
So our motto is, how am I going to make this deal work?
Right.
Because anybody can make the perfect deal work. And what you'll find out with Carl on the commercial side and with me on the residential side is, when you call us up and tell us what your scenario is, we come up with a solution to that scenario, because everybody's unique.
Right.
There are similarities, but everybody's got a uniqueness to them.
And Carl, this is obviously a huge opportunity for veteran-owned businesses as well. So where do you see Lumica? How has Lumica come into this initiative in the past, and what about moving forward? Does it seem like an easier situation now with the accessibility of this money?
Yeah, well, we have various, business loan programs that are, a few that are special catered to the veterans. If they're starting a new business or in business, need some capital injection, we're able to work with them and find the solution to capital needs that they have. But also, as far as housing, where I think, Lumica has a key role is doing the volume of housing. So we could come in and finance a multifamily development for the VAs, as well as, prospect a value add already an existing multifamily property that we could come in with a value add situation and provide the financing, provide the improvements to be able to house the veterans in a larger scale.
Awesome. That's a pretty incredible number. Michael, do you know anything about the origin of where this funding came from?
Well, it's a funding that's available to everybody, and like I said, Lee, the funding is out there. What we are going to bring is the audience.
Okay.
The funding is through mortgage companies that really know what they're doing. I know of veterans here in the past that have told me they can't get a house, this, that, and now I don't have contacts with them. And knowing this information, we have the audience, and what we're going to do, what Michael and myself is going to do, what we're good at is driving that audience to our mortgage people, right? Because as they're really good, the funding is out there, but a lot of people can't pull it. Just because you say, well, there's right now gazillion of dollars on this offices that are empty and they're converting them into apartment. Good luck. If you don't have a guy like Todd or Carl, good luck pulling that money in. Funding is always available. If you start a business, funding is available. Good luck. If you are a startup, good luck trying to find it. Now, if you know people like Michael does, that's a fundraiser, he knows how to raise money. Okay, that's the whole thing. Knowing how to raise money is one thing, and then getting the audience that needs that money is the other thing.
Right.
Right. And that's what these guys, both of them, are really good at it. And I'm so glad that they both are working together, because they both meet tremendous a big deal for me, right? So they have the knowledge, they have all this resources, and it's great that they're able to help veterans out. And Todd's been into the veterans since I was out here, since I first came out here. That's when I first got together with him.
Yeah.
And Carl too. I mean, they know about me and the veterans. They know how important the veteran community is to me. You can't believe it. I posted I was at the Institute, and all of a sudden people started showing up, calling me, coming here. And yesterday, when me and Mike DeLisa were here, I had 5 or 6 guys. Hey, Richie, why don't you tell me? Well, I don't know. I had Jim. I had all these people show up. I had the guy that used to do videos at the studio that I met with Judy one time. I mean, these vets, they're out here. There's a lot of veterans out here, and luckily enough, Todd can do it out here and Carl can do it out here.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And another announcement is there's a major company that's going to go on live in the next 2 weeks. What do? Okay, so they get funded they got a grant of $10 million from the state of Arizona. It's not for veterans, but it's veterans friendly. Okay. And that veteran's been with me a long time. He doesn't own the company. He works for the company as an accountant. So the CEO called me and told me, Richie, I want to go on your podcast in the next 2 weeks. I want to prepare my people to go on it. And I want to bring in a few different people on there to talk about what we do. So they do these massive projects. So the city of Phoenix trusts them, gives them the money. And then from there, they manage the whole project. And it's one of the most successful companies that I know that's a nonprofit. Unbelievable revenue. The revenue is something to what?
No.
So they're coming in. She told me 2 weeks she can come on. And she wants to not do it on Monday because Monday's my automotive podcast. I think I'm going to come up with a podcast with these kind of solutions on Thursday, maybe. It's a good day,
Excellent. Excellent. All right. And as of right now, if people are watching, what would be the best way for them to get in contact with the Institute or start to access this funding through either Todd or Carl?
RichieBelloWest.com. That whole website's going to get revamped for this because we have the audience. Why not help the veterans and help our friends at the same time? And now, me knowing that they're with them, I'm going to look out for them and make sure the deal's right. Instead of them sending it somewhere else. A lot of people promote veterans, and you know what happens? That's just a marketing perspective. They want to maximize the dollars with veterans. Like the car business promotes vets like this, but they want to maximize them, right? And that's what it is. They make it friendly. I'm friendly because I don't have an agenda with my nonprofit. There's no agenda. My agenda is that we have profitable companies and we need a nonprofit to help people, right? That's what our business is, right? So we're going to look out for our veterans, and we know that these two guys will never hurt a veteran, right? And besides that, we'll look into the opportunity and find out. So we'll be more like coaching them, making sure they don't get hurt. What I've done in the car business for the last 10 years.
All right. Anything else you gentlemen want to add before we sign off?
So we do first-time homebuyer seminars for veterans online. I'll send Richie our schedule that they can pop on. We think there's a great opportunity for veterans to buy homes right now. As the rates have gone up, there have been less people looking for homes. The bidding wars have slowed down around the country. In some states, the values have come down a little bit. Veterans have a special loan. When you get a VA loan, there's something called a VA Streamline loan. So every time the rate comes down, for almost no money, very small amount of money, you could refinance your home. We don't check your income. We don't check anything. We don't even do a new appraisal. So it's really a great opportunity. So if you buy a house and the rates are 7.5%, and then they come down to 7%, well, the VA allows you to streamline it. And then it comes down to 6.5%. And you could do it again, 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 and write it all the way down. So don't be afraid as a veteran to buy a home now, because there's less competition. When the rates come down, it'll be crazy again. And the rates will come down at some point, whether it's 2024 or 2025. it doesn't make a difference. You want to buy when there's less competition. And this is a really terrific opportunity for the veteran. When a regular person, when a non-veteran refinances, they have to pay thousands upon thousands of dollars to refinance their home. When a veteran refinances, it's next to nothing. So it's such a good option. Every time it comes down, you're saving money. You could do it 10 times if you want. The Veteran Administration wants to help the veterans. You don't have to come up with any money. That, of course, is the toughest thing for Americans and veterans as well. So many folks living paycheck to paycheck. Well, if that's you and you're a veteran, okay, buy a house, no money out of pocket. You could do it now because there's less competition. Give us a call, we'll help you. Whether you use us or not, it doesn't matter. We'll help you.
Awesome. Carl, anything? You good?
It's just about supporting, the veterans and getting them assimilated into the community, either be housing and taking advantage of the benefits that are well deserving to them. Whether it be housing or, if they want to, start a new business or get into the community in that sense, and the business side to be, active on that end. We're happy and it's rewarding to be able to support them and find the solutions that they need to move forward.
Awesome. Michael, you have any closing comments before we sign off?
Yeah, I mean, the home is still the best investment. And to Todd's point, while rates are high right now, there's less competition. And correct me if I'm wrong, Todd, as rates go down, the price of your house is probably going to go up. So,
you're 100% right.
And that's where you build your equity and you can make a profit on your house. So now's a good time.
Awesome. All right. Well, if anyone, anyone out there listening knows a veteran who needs help funding for their mortgage, a business loan, share this podcast with them. Get them over to Richie Bello's YouTube or LinkedIn page to take a look as well. I want to thank everyone for being here today. Todd with Cross Country Mortgage, Carl Jafreder with Lumica Capital, Michael Ownhigh with Snowy August Family Office, and Richie Bello with Planet Earth. And that's it. It's been a great show. Thank you very much. Richie, got any closing thoughts?
Thanks, guys. Thank you for your time. Your time means a big deal for me. Thank you. Take care.
Happy to be here. Thank you.